here we go. This is the second rig we're going to use today. It's a margin rig and the fish block approximately 6 metres down the edge in, again, around 2 foot of water. I've got a brand new Mayo Slotty's Invincible float here. Very clever design. You've got the line coming up through your normal rubbers, and then you've got an eye on the base of the body and an eye on the top of the body, and there's a slot going down the sides to keep the line nice and straight, so if you did actually pull out of a fish or when you want to change depth nice and quickly, you're not going to damage the line whatsoever. And with these the big carp that we've got in this lake, we don't want our tackle to get damaged. So we're fishing Genesis 018 straight through, and we've got CS21 size 14 hook as well, and we'll fish, probably feed some pellets and fish some corn over the top of it. Maybe, you never know, I might even put some paste on. I've been told they catch a few fish on paste in here. Not my favourite method, but you never know, they might be able to get me to do a bit later on. Through that we've got a power kit with Mayo dual core, retro 1220, very supple elastic, stretches but still recovers very quickly to play the biggest of fish in the lake. So there we go, very simple setup. We're going to fish that just touching bottom, as I say, with corn or paste. Hello, here we are, still at Holme Grange Fishery. The third rig that we're going to set up today is going to be our shallow rig. I'm fishing 018 direct, Genesis Extreme. Today's float we're going to use for the shallow fishing is the Invincible Series 4. The line goes directly straight through the body of the float, out through the bottom, and then onto your rubbers. It's got a wire stem on it to help it keep it nice and stable, and then I've got 3 number 8 shot underneath. Now, depending on how deep we're going to catch, that again I've set about 18 inches there. We can move that up the line. Depending on how deep we're fishing, we can put some shot directly underneath the float like we have now, or if we're going to go deeper, we'll bring a bit of the bulk down to stabilise it. Again, we've got 1220 dual core retro elastic. Easy, simple setup. I've got the CS20 size 16 hook with a nice little band. Again, I'm going to fish 6mm pellets on this particular rig. There we go, nice and simple, easy setup. We'll show you how to catch some fish. Right then, first things first, I'm going to feed down at the margin instead of fishing 6 metres down the edge, and I'm going to put some 4mm pellets and some corn in as well. And I'm going to put a nice big pot in at the start. Then we're going to go out on the pellet waggler and fish that for probably an hour, see what we can catch on there, and then we'll have a little look down the edge. As the evening goes on, I think we'll have more and more of a chance of catching a few fish down the edge. So that is the initial feed that's going in. Okay. Right, I'm going to go shallow fishing now on the pole. Because we've been catching deeper on the waggler, I'll start off fairly deep on the pole. May need to go deeper than that again, so I may need to change my rig. But I'm going to start off with a 6mm banded pellet on the hook. I'm going to fish about 13 metres out, and we're going to feed 6mm pellets and see if we can catch them on that line. I'm not going to feed too many pellets on the pole, just see if they're coming a little bit closer. It is a bit flat calm at the moment, and the fish seem to be in the ripple of the winds, but we'll have a go, see what we can catch. isn't it?
You can catch a bagger actually.
Yeah, I bet you can. Brilliant caster fishing, I bet.
Aye?
Brilliant caster fishing for the winter months and that. Carp on the bottom. Okay. Right, we've just had a carp on the shallow rig and we're fishing like 2.5 foot deep. Every now and again when you're feeding your bait, you don't keep putting bait in all the time and have too much bait in the peg. Sometimes you want to get the fish into a feeding frenzy and make the noise of a pellet, which they come to us as just your one pellet there. So what you end up doing is basically out there you'll flick the rig over and you'll make that splash. And on that splash the fish will come to that noise, because the noise that you're making when you're feeding pellets, the fish come to that noise. But sometimes there's just too many pellets in the peg and you may miss out on a fish. So by basically flicking the rig over, you're making that same kind of noise as a pellet and the fish will come to that one feed which you've got, just that one bit of bait. And you've got more chance of hooking a fish. Is that alright? Ropes are back. Right, we're playing the fish today with a puller kit. Simply 12 to 20 elastic, it's got a lot of stretch in it. So when you're hooking a fish in a shoulder fish, the elastic will come out and they go out of the shoulder fish. Then instead of having to play your fish with 5 or 6 sections up in the air, where that can potentially break sections, with the puller kit you can land everything on a top kit. So by basically pulling the elastic out the side, gripping hold of it with your thumb and finger, I'm going to take 2 pulls out of this and the fish should be ready for landing. There we go, easy as that. You can let go of the elastic, makes it a lot easier then for you to get the fish in the net, ready for the next one. There we go, a few carp in a couple of hours fishing. We had a few on the pellet waggler, a few on the pole, a little bit later on. Didn't have any down the edge, but nice couple of hours fishing. Beautiful fish, in good fit condition, fought like buggery. Nice evening, thank you very much.